Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily go getimism number 520 for March 7th, 2000 and March 6th, 2016. Tonight we want to talk about people who use material things in order to compensate for their lack of self-esteem, lack of self-respect, lack of self-worth, lack of self-love. You know, that's a sad state of affairs. It's a bad thing, man. You know, it really is a terrible thing when you really don't when you really don't place a lot of value on yourself, and you have to use external things to try to take away from that fact. I mean, nobody wants to look like they're down on themselves, and some people are in a state where they can't even help but show their lack of self-esteem, lack of self-respect, lack of self-love, self-worth, self-value. But for the other people who make a decent wage and they're able to buy enough things to be able to cover up any of their insecurities. See, the thing about it is everybody has insecurities. There isn't one person that's alive or one person that has been born that doesn't have any type of insecurities. We all have them. It's a natural thing. It's also a natural thing to try to either cover them up or to try to eliminate them, try to improve on yourself. That's a natural thing. Now, to a lot of people, or should I say for a lot of people, it may not be a natural thing to actually try to eliminate your insecurities. It may be more natural to just try to do things in order to make people stop paying attention to them. You know, it's like, like this while I'm picking your pockets. You know, it's wild. I mean, so some people compensate for it by buying stuff. So they have everything. You know, they got the Gucci, they got the Louis, they got the jewelry, they have the cars, they have the houses, they have the properties, they have the money. You know, they may do things like pay for everybody to go out wherever they go. You know, they want to make themselves look good. And a lot of times they're doing this because they don't really think that people will love them if they don't do this. So, you know, they've made themselves into the money man. See, the pitfall that you run into when you make yourself the money man is that when you don't have the money, you ain't the man. You put people in a position where they're depending on you to come out your pockets for everything. And then when you don't have it, it makes it look like you was fronting the whole time. But who doesn't get down on their luck sometimes? That's no reason to feel bad about yourself. You just have to, find a way to dust yourself off and get back on your horse. We all find ourselves in a position where we have to do that sometime. So when it's your turn, hopefully you've built up enough cool points to where it's not going to affect you. And if you really are a good person, it always shines through. But the thing is, when you're insecure, you don't think that your true gifts shine through enough. Sure, you may complain that people don't appreciate your efforts enough. They don't appreciate what you bring to the table. They don't appreciate your gifts enough. You may complain about all those things. But it's what you do about those things that separates you from somebody else. And when it really all comes down to it, no matter what you buy out there, no matter how much the man or the woman that you are because of the things that you are able to afford to buy, that is nothing that can fix the void in your heart when your life lacks love. Who doesn't want to be loved? Who doesn't want to be cherished? Who doesn't want to be genuinely appreciated? Who doesn't want to be able to laugh on a daily basis, to feel good? Who doesn't want to be able to have fun without feeling like they have to live up to a certain standard? In other words, who doesn't want to be free? And when you are trying very hard to cover up your insecurities, you can't say that you're free, because that's slavery right there. It's like being afraid that somebody's going to tell on you for something that you did a long time ago. The statute of limitations may have already passed, and you may be free of any type of prosecution, but you know that somebody saw you. So it's like, I know what you did last summer. I still know what you did last summer. You know what I mean? So somebody knows something about you, and they kind of have a hold on you. And sometimes that shit is just all in our heads. So the person that saw us do something, they might not even be on our top like that anymore. They might just feel like, man, that happened back in the day. I ain't got time to be dealing with that. But you feel so bad about what you've done and the fact that somebody else knows it, that you feel like they still have a hold on you. And that's not freedom. So it's the same way when you try to cover up things about yourself that you really don't like. And you really think that other people can't see it because you're trying to cover them up. And you think that you're doing a real good job at it. You know how they say, fake it till you make it. They really should change around that saying. Fake it till you make it. That don't sound good. Because if faking it works well enough, when you want, are you ever going to make it? Or can you just get by faking it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is keep trying. You know, I mean, like I said, we all have little things about ourselves that we really don't like. And we could all stand to use a little help on things that we don't like about ourselves. The crazy thing about it is a lot of the things that we don't like about ourselves are things that we can't even control. You know, that'd be like me being ashamed that I don't have hair. Right? I had hair at one time. It stopped growing. I had to make a move. I mean, you know, I don't see people running away from me, scared, holding their eyes, like, you know, thinking that they're going to turn to stone like they saw Medusa or something like that. So I think it works out in the end. But if I was the insecure person, I might try to get one of those man weaves that they have nowadays, or rock a toupee. You know, a black man ain't got no business doing no shit like that. None at all. But hey, it happens, man. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, you know, there are certain things about each and every person that they would rather something be done about it. Like there are things about each and every one of us from a personal standpoint that we don't like about ourselves. But I wouldn't suggest that we employ all of those artificial tactics in order to improve those things, because it can get us into a lot of trouble. So I wouldn't suggest that you get breast implants. I wouldn't suggest that you get butt implants. I wouldn't suggest that you get Botox. I wouldn't suggest that you get liposuction. I wouldn't suggest that you get a tummy tuck. I wouldn't suggest that you do any of those things that are artificial, because you don't really, well, first of all, they have a very adverse effect on your health, and number two, you don't understand that you're going to be paying for those things again and again and again. It's never a one-time deal. It's never a one-shot deal. You got to follow up. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. It's like, and I hate to use this example, but it's real. It's like when somebody has been diagnosed with cancer, and then they give you the cancer treatments, and the cancer treatments may be successful, but they still want you to take chemo. You know why they still want you to take chemo? But they'll tell you it's to make sure that we got everything out. But chemo costs this. So if they get it out without the chemo, they got to come back and get this. The shit don't work. And I hate to just, that's a whole nother story, but that's what it's like. That's what it's like when you get cosmetic surgery. There's some things about ourselves that we just need to live with, because people like us anyway. And people like you anyway, then you can improve on something else that you can change. Like weight. You know, like you know, your energy level. You can change your physical appearance naturally, and it works, and it improves your life and improves quality of life and helps you live longer, gives you a better shot. Oh, yeah, I know we all gotta die of something. You ain't gotta push up your due date though. I'll holler at y'all later. Jeez. That's what my people into. Doing that shit. Mind right, body better. Mind right, body better. Yeah. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. The hood is all hell, baby. UrbanTherapyWithSun.com. Go to the website. Get down with the website. The movement is moving. It's moving fast. It's moving in the right direction. We want y'all to move right with it. Holla.
Holla.